Hi, this is Shannon Fagan with Group J. We're presenting on the Beck Group, their cash flow analysis dashboard. The Beck Group is a privately held professional service firm, and their services include architecture, construction, sustainability, and technology. The company is a collaborative team of designers, builders, and technology experts offering services such as planning, architecture, interior design, construction, sustainability, and technology consulting services. The Beck Group's main goal is to provide sustainable building solutions through integrated services to their clients. The Beck Group was founded in 1912 by Henry Beck and was originally known as Central Contracting Company. In 1999, they merged with Urban Architecture to form the Beck Group. With 750 employees, their headquarters are in Dallas, Texas, and they currently have locations in Atlanta, Austin, Charlotte, Dallas, Denver, Fort Worth, Mexico City, and Tampa, Florida. The Beck Group's mission statement is to revolutionize the industry and create the future. And they lead with such core values as integrity, integration, innovation, and caring. The Beck Group invests in the community. Recently, they donated to Hurricane Harvey relief efforts, and they have a foundation called the Beck Community Development Foundation, which since 2005 has provided 18,000 labor hours to humanitarian efforts. What makes the Beck Group unique is their design build services. When the Beck Group merged with Urban Architecture in 1999, they were one of the first fully integrated design build firms in the Southwest. With the integrated design build services, the Beck Group offers services that are typically separate. It's usually construction and design services. But with Beck, they have both of these services in-house, and that sets them apart from their competitors and allows for a more efficient and streamlined process for their clients. These are a few of Beck's projects, including the Salvador Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida, the nursing school in Baylor, and a shopping center in the Dallas area. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kevin to tell you a little bit more about the cash flow analysis dashboard.
The application that we're going to look at with the Beck Group is the Cash Flow Analysis Dashboard, or the CFAD. One of the critical business aspects for Beck is cash flow. Early stages of projects are in negative cash flow and must be financed by more mature projects with positive cash flow. The finance department developed the dashboard using Power BI, pulling data from multiple sources. CMIC, which is a construction industry specific ERP system, Procore, the project management software, and Synchro, a scheduling tool. The dashboard quickly displays projects with negative cash flow and gives Beck focus on how to make corrections. Beck has years of data and has been able to set benchmarks on when a project should move to positive cash flow. The Beck Group utilizes an ERP system for CMIC for accounting, payroll, and billing, and pulls data from that to populate the dashboard. They're able to dig deeper into CMIC for more details on projects when needed. The system is designed to notify leadership teams of projects with greater than $75,000 negative cash flow. They've determined by analyzing previous projects that $75,000 is a critical number. When a project is over that, corrective action needs to be taken. The cash flow analysis dashboard provides an easy-to-read snapshot of project finances, which you will see later was not always the case. The dashboard helps the leadership team determine if negative cash flow projects are in trouble or experience temporary setbacks. The leadership team can help direct focus in areas of a project to get cash flow positive. The dashboard gives a clear direction if the issue is revenue or cost related. The cash flow analysis dashboard is sent out daily across the company. Finance department creates a report and often digs deeper using CMIC to determine underlying issues. Executives and upper management use the dashboard to get a quick read on the health of the projects and progress towards positive cash flow. Project managers use the dashboard to focus on the underlying causes of negative cash flow and take corrective action. Critical success factors. Cost factors is the payment to subcontractors for the materials, labor, and supplies for the project. The account payables must be controlled and timed with the receivables. The project managers audit work complete and submit accounting for payment. Billing factors are the project revenues that are billed to the client as the project is being completed. The finance department must ensure all revenues are billed correctly and on time. Technology advancement. The Beck Group uses CMIC, Procore, and Synchro to feed data project and builds the dashboard with Power BI. This requires coordination between the business and the IT department. Network infrastructure must ensure reliable, secure data transfer with external and internal servers. Beck has dedicated networks and security groups to ensure company's infrastructure runs effectively. The company covers several states with field staff who need access from laptops, tablets, and smartphones. Next, Kenny will show you how the dashboard evolved and take you through a typical project.
Thanks, Kevin. So I'm going to talk about what the system looked like prior to implementing this at the Beck Group. So previously, the project timeline would kind of follow along this example of if a project was experiencing more than $75,000 in negative cash flow, the ERP system that Beck used, which was for their accounting side, was CMIC. That would trigger a report through Excel to be sent to the Beck leadership team to review that project. The issue that they were running into was that Excel spreadsheet failed to provide enough detailed information that would be useful for the leadership group to make an informed decision. So after implementing the solution, which was the cash flow dashboard, it would follow along that same timeline. The Excel spreadsheet was still being sent, but it was at that point when the leadership team got the Excel spreadsheet, that's when they would then drill down on the projects that they were noticing that had negative cash flow issues on the cash flow analysis dashboard. And so the information that was provided through that was easily digestible in a snapshot view and provided a lot more and richer area of data that they could work in. So this is an example of what the actual negative cash flow Excel document looked like. As you can see, there's only really 3 columns per project that, and the issue that the leadership team was running into constantly was that it's calculating these numbers by taking into fact a lot of other information. And so these 3 columns, the math doesn't line up. So the leadership team would get this and then not really understand where to go from there because this doesn't match. So we thought it would be interesting to kind of do a live case study. This is an actual project that Beck is going to be completing at the end of 2019. It's called the Dickey's Multipurpose Arena. The total volume of this project is going to be upwards of $450 million. And here's a short video just to kind of highlight it. So as you can tell from the video and some of these progress photos, this is a very complicated and extensive construction project. So some of the quick facts: there's over 3,500 workers that have participated in this. Over 20 local minority and women-based enterprises have been engaged. Over 14,000 seating capacity, 1.3 million bricks, 2,200 tons of structural steel, and over 500,000 concrete blocks, just to get this arena up and running. And so all that to say, this is a very complicated project from a construction standpoint. And with that, it becomes a very complicated project from a financial standpoint. So this is what actually the accounting is run out of through the Beck group, which is CMIC. And it's a complicated software and it's outdated. So this is the actual project of the arena. This screenshot displays current contracts on that project. There's over 70 contracts, and there's a lot of information on here, and it doesn't provide a very clear understanding of where the finances are. So if you're using CMIC, you're forced to run multiple reports, and you have to perform some accounting just to verify that the project is running according to plan. And this is the exact same project displayed in the cash flow analysis dashboard. It gives a much cleaner and clearer picture of the snapshot view of a project, taking into account the same information that's being pulled out of CMIC. And so if the Beck leadership team wanted to assess the health of this project, they could go to this cash flow dashboard and they would be able to see that there's a $7 million cash surplus. So that this project would not be popping up on their negative cash flow report. But the ultimate goal of this dashboard is that the ease of use and the information is being distilled in a way that provides a very clear understanding of where the health of the project is. So next you're going to hear about the pitfalls and some of the benefits of the actual dashboard.
All right, so I'm going to tell you about the value chain of the Beck Group. You go through a couple of primary and secondary activities like inbound logistics operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and customer service for the primary. Basically, this is just the start in the relationship for the contractors, the owners, and the Beck Group, and how they go through a list of contracts before they even start the project. The operation take care on the project itself and seeing if it's financial enough to meet the owner's standards. You have the outbound logistics, which also tells you about the overall project with the cash flows, how the cost and the risks are managed throughout the project. And then you have your marketing sales that the Beck Group is really good at doing that during their charities, events, their social media like Facebook, Snapchat, and also they have direct mail that they go through. Then you have your customer service, which is that relationship from start to finish that the owners and the contractors and the Beck Group goes through. With the customer service, it is the streamlined service, and it's very important to the Beck Group. Then you have your accounting and your secondary activities, starting with the accounting and legal finance activities, which is the contracts. If there's something in the contract that is not up to the owner's standards, they can sue the subcontractors and as well as Beck because they have that relationship with each other. And then leading on to HR, you do have HR that goes through the employees and upper management to see if any issues are going on. They have training programs that they do take on, and leading on to the product and technology and development, which is the Power BI, the scheduling system by Synchro, and then you have your project management they use, ProPro. Those systems that Beck uses to help each individual in different parts of the company to basically have a goal. They get a goal out of this. And then you have your procurement, which is the project from start to finish. It just allows the architectures and the subcontractors to have an agreement on the project with all the details. That's where they have subliminals come in, which is the contract, and ensure that all those details are going to be meet up to the owner's standards. Going on with the lessons learned and then the implementation issues that they have. Power BI is a very complex system that the BEC Group uses, but it allows ERP and the cash flow dashboard to coincide with each other to get a goal of how the project should start and finish. This just helps upper management look at the projects to see if it's in the negatives or the positive, if they have to pull money from other projects to help this other project out. And that's something that Power BI kind of pulls all these systems together to use. Then you have some implementation issues, which since the Power BI is so complex, and along with the data, the dashboard of the cash flow, management needs to understand that each user have to have a good understanding of the system before using it, because you can have multiple reports that go through management and you'll have inaccurate information throughout the whole project, and that leads to a decision that is not good for the project at the end of the day. Then also, last but not least, you have your recommendations for the future is to get a simplified dashboard, a simplified dashboard that where you can use and look and see if the project is able for the user to use or not. That's most important for all companies, is to get a good dashboard, so multiple projects won't be confused later on down the system, and that's why they want to get a less complex system. So hopefully they can use that later on down the system.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it.